Hey, water signs, it's your turn. What's up, guys? How's it going? Long time no see. We're going to do energies for water signs. That is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, with the blue moon energies to come. And we're just going to see what's going on. I got a couple of oracle decks. Got my Fantab, which is one of my favorites, from Edward Gorey, one of my favorite artists. And we have Oracle of Mystical Moments, good oracle deck. And then, of course, we have the ever-present Black Enchantment. I'm also going to use my Seeing Stones, which, you know. But before we begin, of course, I'm going to do my own psychic stuff and see what's really going on with you guys. And let's get to the heart of it, shall we? Okay, Spirit, for my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, what can they expect with the coming blue moon energies? What can they expect? What do they need to know? I love water signs, man. You guys are beautiful. Seriously, there's a lot of spiritual work happening here. There's a lot of healing. There's a lot of learning. There's a lot of self-discovery. There's something about uncovering my own personal truths. When I say I mean you guys, because I'm an empath, so I'm feeling your energy. There's something about uncovering my own personal truths. Lilu, out. If you guys hear that machine, it's the apple orchard behind me, and they must be spraying or doing something. So it's loud, but hopefully you can hear me. So there's this spiritual journey that is slowly uncovering. It's not an easy... I'm not gonna say it's the dark night of the soul. It's not what I'm getting. It's more like I'm ripping apart the layers of... or the mask that I'm wearing, or the connections that I have, and I'm dissecting it. I'm wondering, is this serving me? Does this belong here? Let me fix this for a minute. Does this belong in my sphere of energy? Am I evolving into the person that I want to be? There's so much more I want to do. There's so much I want to experience. But you're taking a mystical approach, and it does makes sense to me. A lot of you are going inward and wanting to listen to your intuition and your higher self, or at least trying to find a way to do that. I see a lot of, and this is so funny because I had my friend Joe came to visit, and he's a Cancer, and he is doing a lot of spiritual work, self-discovery, soul-searching, healing, things like that, and reading books like crazy just to absorb the knowledge and just to figure out what it is. Very esoteric approach to life and where he's going. So I'm getting that for my Cancers and Scorpio mostly, but I also feel like it's almost like the death of my old way of thinking, my old self, my old patterns, but healing in that process could be difficult because while those parts are dying, I'm looking and reaching for things to replace it. Now, let's just hope they're good replacements, that they're not toxic traits from the past, or like whether it's like, okay, sex, drinking, partying, ignoring, climbing in my hole and closing everybody out. We don't want any of that shit. But I do feel like for water signs, they kind of need that at first. They need not the drinking, all that. What I mean is kind of going within and shutting everybody else out in order to reflect and to see. You guys are not afraid of shadow work. You're not afraid of seeing the shadow self and confronting it, and then saying to yourself, well, yeah, okay, I did A, B, and C. I reacted in a bad way. I seemingly feel like I made the wrong choice, but at the time it was the right choice for me. That's all you can do. So there's no judgments here, water signs. You're doing the right thing. I love this because... on a subconscious level, spiritually, you're looking for the answers. And that's always a good place to start. But I also feel that I don't want isolation to be a thing. I kind of feel that a lot of you are social, but in an isolated way. I don't know how else to put it. But that's how it seems. It's almost as if I can feel your energy. I'm walking in, say, whatever water person this is. And I'm like, I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm talking to everybody, I'm saying hello, I'm, being a good sport, I suppose, but internally I'm struggling because I'm just like, well, I don't want to do this. I don't want to waste my energy. I don't want to deal with these people. They look very three-dimensional to me. So your psychic self and your higher self is kind of seeking deeper relationships, but also afraid. Because I just heard that. They're like, well, yeah, they're seeking this deep connection. And they're seeking this deep relationship. And it doesn't mean love relationship. It means any relationships. Friends, family, loved ones, whatever the case may be. Co-workers, it doesn't matter. It's relationships in general. So they're seeking this, but they're also afraid of it. Because in order to have a deep connection, you have to reveal truths about yourselves that you may not be ready to do just yet. And that's the protective layer. And I totally, believe me, I get it. I really do. But I do like where this energy is going, especially with the blue moon, because, and it's not to say all of this is going to happen within a time frame. I just feel like it's just beginning. This is a journey for my water signs. Pisces, I kind of feel like you're dealing more with family stuff. It's not so much a love relationship for you. It could be that too, because that's family in its own way too. But I am getting where you're dealing with having to kind of cope with the changes that are happening around you and in your relationships with others. And so in doing this, there's a lot of triggers that are coming up to the surface. This could be this could be the case with Scorpio as well. But I'm hearing the word trigger. I'm triggered very easily and emotionally. And so spiritually, the only thing I have is my routine, what I'm doing for me, and my daily task at hand. That keeps me grounded, which is funny because, maybe there is something to be said about having that earth energy and taking that element to ground yourselves and your energy, because you're way up here. I mean, the crown's wide open, but it's also making me spin. I'm dizzy with all the information that I'm getting, or I'm also dizzy about whether or not the information I'm getting is correct, so I'm judging. No, not judging, I'm sorry. Am I misjudging? Am I seeing things that aren't really there? Am I creating false narratives so that I have to escape the true narrative, which is the reality I'm supposed to take? So there's this really deep deconstruction of how I'm interpreting my life, how I'm interpreting others, what I'm seeing. Is it real? Is it truth? You may be judging others a little bit harshly. You may be kind of making false judgments because you're afraid to get close, because you're afraid to open up that self. You're not ready to do that yet, and that's fine. I'm getting that a lot with Scorpio, sorry, and Cancer, very much. But I do feel that the reason why is because you don't feel like you've reached that level of, it's almost like I haven't reached that level where I feel safe enough to open up to somebody and express how I'm really feeling about A, B, and C. That's what I'm getting so far. And it's not a bad judgment on you guys. I think you're doing the right thing. I think there's some more, we're always healing anyway, everybody. We're always in this kind of like influx and flow of healing and making mistakes and then rectifying them, or working on ourselves and having our good days and our bad days, highs and lows. It's a wheel, right? So again, this isn't a judgment. I like what you guys are doing. I think this is a necessary step in order to proceed forward, because I feel like whatever's happening right now is going to reflect on the next 3 months. Whatever choices were made is going to carry through for the next 3 months. I don't know what your choices are. Again, this is a collective reading, so if you want a personal reading, you'd have to call me, and then I'd be happy to do that. But I am feeling that a lot of you know that the choices I make now are going to carry me through into the summer and the fall. That's what I just heard, summer and fall. And in fact, I got that with the earth signs too. A lot of changes for them in the summer and fall. Of course, theirs has to do more with love life. With you guys, I feel like it's more your spiritual life and your journey and where you're going to take it from there. And I just see a lot of healing and a lot of growth and a lot of kind of miscommunication and misjudgments, and then also revisiting those judgments and saying, was I fair? Or was I just reacting because I wasn't ready to accept what they were, or what they were offering, or what they were saying. So it was more like a mirroring, so to speak, where I was looking at myself and saying, I'm not ready for this. It's not so much maybe they're ready, but I'm just not ready. And I need to be upfront and authentic about that fact. And that's okay. Because you guys are working on your spiritual journey, it's okay. So, I do feel like there's this master way of manifesting and affirming what I want in my life. And so sometimes when we do that, and people don't believe, well, some people don't believe how quickly manifesting work can flow. Sometimes it takes years to get what we want. Sometimes it takes a month. And it never goes in the way or the order that we want. That's how the universe works. It's a mystery. That's how it's supposed to be. But I'm kind of getting that I manifested this. I thought I wanted it, but now that I got it, I don't think I want it. So I'm getting that a lot with my water signs. That's okay. It's not to say you can't revisit it. And then maybe if you can't revisit it, then it just wasn't meant to be, and that's okay too. There's nothing is set in stone, ever. But I do feel like a lot of you guys hold the cards to your happiness. And I do feel like a lot of you quite possibly know what it is that'll make you happy. It just doesn't match your environment, is what they just said. Something about not matching my environment, not aligning with my higher purpose, or not aligning with who I'm becoming. Because you are shifting and growing and changing through this process. And it's a beautiful thing. I love the process. But I'm also afraid because, look, you can make your points and you can say what you need to say to protect your energy and yourselves without hurting others in the process. So that's the only thing that I'm thinking about. I'm like, well, do what you need to do for yourself. Just make sure you're not hurting others and putting false opinions or, again, yes, false narratives or judgments on the other people. Because you guys think sometimes you're so intuitive that you just know like you know. And the truth is, you don't know everything, okay? So it's important to make sure that before you say something, you at least have the whole story. I don't know how else to put it, but that's how they're saying it to me. So outside of all of that, I feel like work has been cycling. I feel like it's fine. It's had its ups and downs, but I feel like work is going all right. It's good. In fact, a lot of you are going to be seeing some good money trends happening in the next 3 months. I did get that for Earth signs as well. So that's a good thing. Maybe that's something collectively for all signs. Because I just don't know. I mean, maybe there is something about investing more money, working overtime, saving money, putting money in savings, that kind of stuff. But I do see that money is growing, so that's a bonus. I don't feel like you guys are taking yourselves as seriously as you do. You're being a little more relaxed with work or with... responsibilities. Like, it's all of a sudden, I'm just like, whatever, it'll get done when it gets done. I'm only one person. I'm going to do the best I can. So that's good. Water signs, don't worry. You're not earth signs, so don't worry about it. Earth signs can do everything. Not saying that you guys can't. I'm just saying that don't feel guilty if it doesn't get done in the perfect timeline. It's okay. I am getting that a lot of you are just being a little more relaxed, which I like to see. It's going to be a good summer. I do see slowly opening up to new experiences, but still keeping, your boundaries up so that you feel safe and secure. You guys the trust issues are really, there's issues. So, I'm so sorry, but that's what I'm getting. I love my water signs very much. My son's a Scorpio, I'm all about it. But I do feel like the trust issues, will always kind of be there. So, you're not going to really open up to many people. But when you do, it's a beautiful thing. You guys are so funny and so sweet and very sexy and sassy. So it's fun to see when you guys do open up and show that fun side. And I'm hoping that this summer you will. I'm getting the vibe that you will. Love life is, I mean, if you're partnered up, I feel like it's fine. I don't see any major issues. You wanting to have more alone time or be kind of in your own bubble might affect your partner, where they want your attention. They want to talk to you. They want you to open up more. They want to have experiences with you, and you're just doing your own thing, and they kind of feel like you're icing them out or they're not as important. But that's not the case. Like I said, I feel like you guys are doing a lot of internal work right now. So, yeah, you're going to have, your partner's going to be a little pissy. You know, can you blame them? I mean, come on. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you guys are so great. You know, you're very loving and sweet when you want to be. And sexually, you're you know, on the mark. So, I mean, they just want your attention. They want your love, you know. But if you're single, again, I kind of feel like, yeah, you're going to have your fun, you know, but I don't see anything serious really, not yet, because there's still a lot of work that you want to do for yourself, and you may not even want to be in a relationship right now. It might be just a summer of fun. I'm going to have experiences. I'm going to connect with different people. I'm going to see where it goes. If it doesn't go where I want it to go, I'll just cut it off. It's fine. But, you know, again, remember what I said earlier about judgments and false narratives and all that stuff. Just please, you know, easy with the judgments. You gotta at least know the person before you create what you think you know about the person. Okay? I'm getting that really strongly regarding your love life. So that's what we got with that. But I do see a beautiful summer where I'm going to make connections, and even if it's sexual in nature, it's going to be deep. You know? Not deep. You know what I mean? It's gonna be on a deeper level. It's going to be more... you know, connected and sacred. It's not just going to be like, well, thanks for the orgasm, gotta go. Or it might be that. I mean, I hope not, but I'm getting the opposite, to be honest with you. All right. So, I mean, the full moon energies affecting you are just going to basically really a lot of spiritual stuff, spiritual work, reading, philosophy, poetry, you know, whatever you're into. I just see I'm researching a lot. I'm reading a lot of books. Maybe some of you are renewing a meditation practice. Maybe some of you are doing, I see it like a labyrinth. So, you know, like when you walk in the labyrinth, that's always good to clear the mind. There's something about wanting to clear the mind and wanting to stabilize my emotions with my intellect. So you're anchoring those two. It's not like where you're like just blurting shit out like say a fire sign would. No offense to the fire signs out there. All right, we're going to do some cards now. We're going to see what's what. Because I want to try and understand why they're saying your spiritual journey is going to affect your relationships. And the only thing I can think of, or what I'm feeling, or what I'm getting, is that it's going to keep you isolated from people. And a lot of people, you know, they want your attention. They want your love. So that might cause a lot of friction with family, friends, you know, whatever. People you're dating. It's, you know, look, water signs, you know, especially Cancer, they go in their shell. Cancers, if they're cornered, they'll sting your ass and kill you. Pisces, I'm getting something where they're very good with the verbiage. There's something about the way they can speak and talk to people in a way where they don't even, it goes right over their head, but they make their points, especially when it comes to love relationships. Okay, what can you tell me about the water signs? With the blue moon energy for water signs, where is the energy taking them? What do they need to know? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's see what we get, guys. Only take the flyers. There's one. Is that one or two? One. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What do they need to know? Blue moon energies. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah, I mean, they keep saying how it's like this kind of hermit mode, but I don't feel like it's really a hermit mode so much as it's more like you guys just doing what you normally do. You know, just, you know, fuck off, leave me alone. That's pretty much what I'm getting. Ooh, okay. The Earth sign's got the Abracadabra card. That's cool. Okay, so the first thing I have is Elixir of Life. Very good card. This is somebody who is ready or preparing themselves to savor the good life, to savor the joys and happiness. And that's what, it depends on who you are. What represents love to me? What represents joy? What are the things that give me pleasure? And it could be as simple as, chilling with your dog and having a beer. Or it could be as simple as watching my favorite show on TV or reading a good book. Whatever. I feel like they're simple pleasures. This is someone who's holding a red rose. And it looks wild. See how it's growing? And it's long and it's growing strong and it's full. It's in its full state. So it's almost as if you're reaping what you've sown for the past year, but also, she does look a little sad though. And that leaf looks like a heart on the bottom. So there could be some kind of nostalgic feeling about life in general, about living life, or not living life to the fullest, or am I doing what I need to do to be happy? So these are those esoteric questions, those deep, profound questions that we ask ourselves as we're going through life. Am I really happy? And if not, what can I do to change that? How can I evolve past this and grow wild and free? It's just this feeling of wanting to be set free. And I like the color red here. It's very muted and soft. So it's not full of anger. It's more filled with like passionate love for life and self and beauty and beautifying my surroundings, that kind of a thing. It's a good card. I don't have negativity with it. A little sadness maybe, but nothing. It could be that you don't feel like you're living the life that you really want to, and so you're going to be making changes with that. Lullaby. Okay. So Lullaby, when I see this card, and remember, I intuitively read the cards. I don't go by whatever. I don't even know where the book is. So when I see this card, this is somebody who is preparing. It's almost as if, like lullaby, yes, we think of those things that lull us to sleep, make us feel safe, secure, and at home. But I'm not getting this feeling. It's almost like he's waiting to play. He's waiting to play his music. He has the notes. He has the words in his mind, and he wants to play. But he's not doing it yet. The strings are there. He's got the bow. But he's sitting there, and the night sky is reflected with it could be a waning moon or a waxing moon, we don't know, it's a crescent, but it's in that in-between phase. So this is a feeling like I'm in between. Like I'm not there yet. I need to do something else first before I play the song of my soul, before I share the song of my spirit with others. So again, that kind of reflects on what I said with this whole spiritual thing that you're going through. And with this card, it kind of mimics, but I do remember the sweetness of life. And I remember those sweet memories and those things that made me feel love for myself. But now I'm in this in-between place where I need to really, either I'm changing the song, I just heard changing the song, changing the lyrics, or the music has changed. And while I know that I've learned the new piece, I'm not ready to play it yet. Does that make sense? I know this is really weird, sorry. But when you're dealing with this kind of thing, you have to do it in an intuitive way. And you have to read between the lines regarding this. So we have House of Flowers. I love this card because this is something where I feel at home, I am loved, I feel secure, I have a good foundation. I have everything I need. I do like the two pictures of the two women there. They seem very proud of what they have built here. That house is filled with vibrancy and energy and loveliness, and it's flourishing. So your home may be very important to you right now, water signs. Right now it could be your sanctuary. Maybe you're fixing it up. Maybe you know that you're home more now because you're doing the inward work and you're not really socializing as much. So you're going to fix your home up in a way that aesthetically is pleasing to you. I get that kind of tie with it. And I like that. Miss Sunshine and Abracadabra. Oh my God. Okay. This is what I get. I'm just looking at the card. So there's somebody or something that, it's weird because I kind of feel like this is my home, right? I know it doesn't match the house card that we just had. But I feel like, on the opposite side of the world, there's somebody that I'm connected to that is like the sun to you. See, where you're the night sky with the stars and the moon, which is beautiful, And then we have this person here, seems to be holding the strings to something. Maybe the strings to the sun, I don't know. Maybe the strings to, it's attached to this this connection with you. Maybe those strings tie you together somehow. But there is somebody that you think of that maybe, water signs, this person seems like a light and you're drawn to their light. And maybe they have wisdom to give, or maybe there's a way of learning from them somehow. Or maybe you're looking at them as a healer, and so you want to be part of their energy. Either way, I'm getting that these two would work well together. I'm also getting that one can't work without the other, in a sense. So while this one can see the light, and the light casts the glow on the world where they need to see, where nothing is secret, everything is in this light. So there's nothing secret here. There's no mystery. They see everything. But here, where you're like in the shadows and the night, you know the mystery. There are secrets here. There's things that aren't uncovered. And this person can't really see that because it's underneath them, right? But they could feel it because at the core, it's there. And they know. So that's an interesting person. I don't know who this is for you, water signs. Only you know that. And then we have abracadabra. So this person, this sun carrier, who also probably knows the mysteries as well, because that is beneath them. But I'm just saying, this is reminding me of you guys. But this person, I'm kind of getting very like high priestess vibes, or empress vibes. And then we have abracadabra. So this person is a very magical person. This is someone who can manifest. This is someone who, look how she's pointing at the stars. Maybe they even are, like I'm getting the star card as well. Maybe you see this person as being in the limelight, and maybe you don't like that. Or maybe you see them as being someone who doesn't mind being in the limelight because that's what they do. But that's also their foundation. Maybe that's what they do for a living. This person could be water signs. You could be dealing with a witch, a psychic, a medium, someone who's spiritual, and here you are on this journey of spirituality. So there might be something to learn from this person in some capacity or in some way. Either way, I do feel a connection there. Okay, so I am going to say that. Could be anyone. Okay, guys? Do not make the story fit if it doesn't. Where'd the bottom go? Oh, it's right there. All right, we're going to pull more stuff. Hold on. Seeing stones are last. Okay, let's see some negative things. Because, we got to do the light and the dark. When I do these readings, I don't fuck around. Let's see some negative things that are possible during this full moon energy. Let's look at the shadow side of things. These are really big cards, so just bear with me. It's really hard to, I usually just pull. I like to take the flyers, but I can't do that with these. So I usually am drawn to a card or several cards, and I just pull them. But I'm shuffling them, see? They're just huge. Look how big they are. Oh. I love these cards, though. The artwork is so creepy. It's from, like, the 13th century or something, when they had the witchy carvings back in the day. Super cool. Okay. Spirit's telling me to pick. Well, I'm already drawn to this one. I'm feeling this one right here. I'm going to pull 3, and then, because we have another oracle deck to do. Those are the 3. Okay, let's see what we got. Sorry if the phone is shaking. I have it on this kind of pedestal thing. It does the job, okay, water signs? Ooh, yeah. Well, this is kind of creepy. But I wouldn't expect anything less from my water signs. Okay, so, I mean, this is death, pretty much. Death, okay? So, it could represent a real death that happened for my water signs. Someone that you love passed away, or, somebody passed away in your life. Or it could mean a spiritual death, meaning, like, there's some kind of aspect of you that is slowly dying away, and of course will be replaced with something else. Now, the strange thing is like, okay, so this person was in their coffin, but they fell out, or something happened where, so their energy, if you guys did lose somebody, water signs, their energy is really strongly around you right now. When I look at this card, it's almost like a death that probably shouldn't happen. I don't like that her hands are bound. You can see that. So you can see there's some kind of foul play here. Usually, though, I'm getting more like, okay, maybe this person died too young, or maybe this person crossed over because of, other reasons. Like, I'm sorry, this is a touchy subject. Something like, drug overdose, or maybe a car accident, or, from out, a drunk driver killed them. It's that kind of a feeling where it was foul play. There's something strange about how this person crossed over, or they were just too young, or I just don't like whatever. If this is spiritual death, then it's showing these 4 skull guys keep sticking out to me. So I'm kind of getting there's a transformation happening for you within the next 4 months. I'm getting this really strongly for Cancer and Scorpio, mainly Scorpio. But I am getting that the next 4 months there's something happening that is going to resolve itself and turn the wheel in a different direction. Okay, so if you're feeling like in an odd place, I feel like in the next 4 months something is going to change. For Pisces, I keep seeing the moon and the stars, which doesn't surprise me. But I'm also seeing this weird. It's like a mausoleum, or it's like it could just be, a tombstone, just bigger. But for some reason, I keep thinking the Capitol. So, and then that's in Washington, right? I don't know what that means. So Pisces, whatever, just take it as it comes. I don't know what this means, the Capitol. And it's right under the number 2. Or it could be, you know what? I just got the Tower, too. Something could be happening to my Pisces where they're dealing with, Lilu, like a Tower event in their life where and with the 2, could be 2 of Cups, 2 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, which is all about kind of choices, making the right choice. There's a big decision coming from my Pisces, I think. All right, let's keep going. So now here's the creepy part. So now we got, remember how I said for my Scorpios, I kind of felt like their energy, this person's energy was still around them. So here we are. I mean, so if this relationship, Scorpio, if a relationship ended because of death, or if a relationship ended for any other reason, I kind of feel like there's something negative, because the devil being in this, could be dealing with a Capricorn, hate to say it. But there was something that just wasn't able to get off the ground. I see the electric pulses here. And, it seems like both of your hands are tied. And then the moon is everybody looks really distraught about it. That's what's so strange. Or they're hypnotized, or there's something else going on that's keeping this from happening. It just maybe wasn't meant to be. Because, and it just could be that with the number 6, it's almost like trying to make harmony happen too fast, or trying to harmonize something that isn't meant to be. So if you rejected somebody, Scorpio, don't worry. Cancer, I get this for you as well. It's almost as if you weren't feeling the vibes, see the vibes? Right under the moon, too. I kind of dig that. If you weren't feeling the vibes and the vibes were off, then you just weren't ready. Whether or not you can revisit this, I'm not sure if you even want to. I'm not sure if they want you to. I do see the tree behind them, though, and there are some, it looks like, there's no leaves on the tree, so it could happen either fall or winter. But there's some kind of thing. I do get a sense of unfinished something. Let's not make it a big deal, but I am getting something with it. And Pisces, as far as you, like I said, Pisces, I kind of feel like something's going to be revealed to you with that moon staring the way it is. Maybe there's an understanding about a current relationship that you're in, or a relationship that might end, but there's a decision to make about a relationship. And I kind of feel like with the moon there, all those mysteries and all those secrets are going to get uncovered. Yeah. It's almost like they look mummified, like they're mummies. Okay. The last card we have is this kind of witchy woman taking a baby. Shit, these fucking cards. I swear to God. Yeah, like leaving a big house, going to a smaller house. This looks like someone who's just trying to escape something. Now, the baby could represent many things. It could mean a new beginning. Maybe my water signs aren't ready for a new beginning. Maybe they're not ready for a fresh start. Maybe they don't want to go to the big house. Maybe they want to go to the little house. It's more their taste, or they're happier there. The baby doesn't necessarily mean a baby, okay? Usually when I see children, it's all about joy, It's all about playfulness. It's all about new beginnings. It's all about fresh starts. It's about having a playful attitude. But in this case, this person's covering the baby's mouth and taking the baby to, away from the look, it just looks lighter there, And then you have this little hovel over here, which quite frankly, I dig. I gotta dig the little cottage in the woods, and the woods are there, and there's, so I'm getting that my water signs right now, they're keeping their mouth shut. They're not talking to anybody. They're not saying anything about what is internally going on with them. They don't want a new beginning yet. They're not ready for that. They don't want to feel joy. They don't want to feel pain. They don't want to feel anything just yet. I feel like you guys are so focused on what it is that you need to do for yourselves that any thoughts about anything else just is not a part of the equation, at least till the end of the month into the next moon cycle. So, look, I mean, there's a lot of mystery here. There's a lot of how they're looking back, saying, oh, no, we're not doing that yet. You're coming with me. I'll take my joy and my own happiness, and I'll work on myself. But you can't express joy or happiness just yet. This is so weird, but I kind of feel like I'm getting punished. It's like, are you punishing yourselves for something, you guys? My water signs, it's like, you can't express anything just yet. Don't cry. Don't say anything. With the mouth, I don't like that. I got to pull one more card from here. I'm going to take, where is it? I'm going to look at the bottom and the top deck to get a better understanding. This doesn't belong. Neither does this. Why did I do this? Sorry, guys. Because it comes with these extra cards, so. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck, yeah, I mean, this is, remember I felt a sense of sadness, so there is something that my water signs are mourning. It could be anything, you guys. It could be a past situation. It could be nostalgic feelings, old memories. When I see these little guys, these little dragons flying around, I kind of look at them as fleeting dreams or memories. Like, they hold the key to certain situations in my past that I reflect on. And look, it's an apple grove. That's exactly what it looks like here. But then we have the big star in the corner. But the only thing is, this person's so sad. They're in their feelings with that. See, the moon is right directly in front of them. Right by the heart chakra, too, right across. So they're in their feelings, and that's okay. This star right here could be, I can't see that yet. I don't want to see that yet. I need to feel what I'm feeling. And it is the card number 22. 22 is my relationship card number. So someone might have gone through a breakup or had lost someone through death or desertion. The 3 Ds, right? Death, desertion, divorce. So it could be one of those things. But I am feeling there's some reflection on that loss and having to heal from that. Pretty deep. And then no, that was okay, we'll just leave it at that with those. All right, I want to pull from the fan tab, and then we're going to take the seeing stones and do those. Fan tab, I'm only taking one card, guys. We don't want to make it all about cards today. But I do like your reading so far. Like I said, maybe the spiritual journey is a part of the healing journey. I mean, no matter what you do, especially when it involves working on your spiritual self and, meditating or, going to church or prayer, whatever it is that you believe. It's all good. It helps, and it's therapeutic. Even therapy, I just heard therapy, so that's good. Okay, this card wants to come out. The plants. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, they're telling me to take 2 more. All right. I'm trying to keep these under 30. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're all going to be 40 minutes. Because earth signs were 40 minutes. Okay. Ah, very good. Okay, so 2 opposite cards here. We got the plant and we have the tunnel. So the plant, whenever I see this, I'm creating roots. I'm rooted where I am. And it's Edward Gorey, so of course it's not the most beautiful thing. He always does it very cryptically. But I like this plant. It's got a flower on it. It looks healthy. There's a little plant growing underneath it, you see? And I just heard that's an idea. It's a new seed. It's a new start. There's a possibility of I may be rooted where I am, and I seemingly am flourishing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 leaves, so the number 8, I'm really big in numerology. 8 is a very financially stable number. So financially, you guys are stable. You're happy where you are. But there's something this, for some reason, I keep looking at this little seed, and I'm like, but I wonder what that could be. What's growing underneath me? What's growing that I'm not really aware of? Because, I mean, with the leaves outgrowing over here and covering it, maybe the flower can't see this, that there is something else in the background growing. Excuse me. So I kind of feel like, don't be surprised if in the next 3 months, excuse me, if something that you tried to plant, prior didn't take root, but now it is, something is coming back around again. And it's going to flourish on its own, but possibly be a part of your root system. So, that depends on you, unless you're going to get... They just shared me, unless, Scorpio and Cancer is going to get that root killer and be like, no, it's... So, I mean, whatever, you guys have free will. I'm only telling you what I'm seeing. The tunnel. So, again, this is the unknown. What is ahead? It's like the black hole in space. What's ahead for me? Where's this path going to lead me? Should I go down this tunnel? I don't really have the light to light it, but I trust my footing. It's this vibe of taking a risk, opening yourself up to the void. This could be spiritually, mentally, physically, but there's a new start in this tunnel. It's just we can't see it yet, so we don't know what it's going to be like. We don't know if it's going to be good for us. We don't know if it's the right path. You cannot base your decision making on whether or not it's going to be right, because we can't know that. What you can do is ask yourself how I feel about it and go by your feelings. If you feel good about it, do it. If you don't feel good about it, then don't do it. It's really that simple. That's pretty much how I live my fucking life. Of course, I try and tap into my psychic stuff to see. Be careful about drinking, overdoing some stuff. I did get the bottle, the earth signs got bottle too. I guess everybody's getting a little fed up. Like, I need to have some fun. I need to release. But, release. Just keep it in check, Look, I like to have my fun, but I don't, go crazy. You got to be careful. Darkness is always looking to get in, one way or another. All right, seeing stones for the water signs, and then we're done with your read. And then, water signs, make sure that if you have a dominant element in your chart that you check out that reading too. Like, so I'm an earth sign. I have a lot of fire in my chart, though. So I'm probably going to look at the fire sign reading as well. Okay, so we got the hand. Earth signs got that too. Moon. Well, it's how I decipher it. Okay, so you're doing what you need. When I see the hand, I always think of helping hand. So either you're getting the appropriate help to help you through whatever it is you're going through, or you're helping others to get through what they're going through. But the helping hand usually means ask for help if you need it, water signs. If you need the help, you have to delegate. You have to, or if someone else needs it, offer it. So that's what I'm getting with that. Here's the new moon. I see this as a new moon. I kind of feel like there's something, and I said this to you guys before, so within a lunar cycle, not full moon, so the next new moon, which is, hold on. The next new moon is going to be, is this June? June 14th. Something's going to happen for you guys where, I don't know, it's almost like I'm hearing it's going to solidify my answer about something, or I'm going to understand something better that happened in the past and why I chose what I chose. So that's good. That's good. If anything, I feel like it's a positive affirmation. I don't think it's negative. Okay, I'm not going to say what I don't believe in. But this is how I see this. So I'm sorry. This is how I interpret it. So this looks like a, pussy to me. It's the yoni. I'll make it a positive thing. So, I mean, look. Sexually, just watch out for, if you're having sex, just be careful of STDs, you use protection, but I'm not getting a negative thing with this. I feel like it's more like, a flourishing or because I mean, we're in May, so right now, all the nectar is flying, all the flowers are growing, everything is ripening, and so if this is the yoni and this represents the feminine aspect, body part in particular, I'm getting that it's going to be a very beautiful summer for you guys. I feel like that you're going to flourish, you're going to grow a lot more. There's going to be more understanding about where you're at, where all this has taken you, this journey, this inward reflection. It's all going to open you up like a beautiful rose or flower. I do feel like some of you are working on weight loss. This is my weight loss mark. So you could just be self-love, self-care. That's always good. And then this is an arrow, or sometimes I see it as a tree, but I'm getting arrow for you guys. So I kind of feel like there's something about travel or taking a new direction, or maybe you're just going to go away just to blow off some steam, or visit an old friend, or just travel for yourself and get out there. But it's almost like you need to change your scenery. But I do see a lot of travel for my water signs coming up during the summer. And it could be as simple as just going on a hike or spending a weekend away somewhere. It's like that kind of a vibe. Okay, you guys, that's what I got for you. I hope this helped. And, you know, if you want a personal reading, just get in touch with me. I love you. Bye.